Live from Athletic Culture Stadium, it's the Canadian Baseball League, and it's Pack the Park Night presented by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, and it's a big matchup. The visiting Hamilton Cardinals take on the hometown Barrie Baycats. Welcome into the broadcast, everyone. Along with ATN Skitch, I'm Julius Hern, and by far this looks like the biggest crowd of the year at Athletic Culture Stadium. It also looks like the biggest game of the year thus far for the Barrie Baycats. They sit 4.5 games out of first place in fourth in the CBL, a game and a half back of these Hamilton Cardinals who sit in third. Baycats have kind of seen the dog days of summer come around the last few weeks or so, but they got a big win on Tuesday, and it really seems like Ryan Rio is finally coming back into his own.
Rio's finally back at it, got a couple good games under his belt since the last time they played. Got that home run, got a few RBIs under his belt as well, and a fistful of doubles. He's getting his way back into this thing. He needs to find this stretch, especially in the back half when they need him most.
The Cardinals have also been known to bring the power. They're coming off a heartbreaking loss on earlier this week to the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. But when I talk about the power, you look up and down their lineup, there's one man who's done it the most against the Baycats this year, and it's been Jaden Brown.
Jaden Brown, we got to look back even back to July 4th on this one. He had 2 home runs here at Athletic Culture Stadium. You're going to be looking to see if he can put up a repeat performance like that.
Big crowd, big game. We'll send it off to Ben Davy for the starting lineups.
Boys, here's the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed by Josh Matlow. Accompanying the Baycats are players from the 11U Barrie Crawdads.
You know I like to.
Batting first with number 9, Bentley Glynn. The left fielder, number 95, Noel Gary Doyle. Batting second with number 11, Wyatt Fisher. The center fielder, number 7, Cadiz Ijo. Batting third with number 10, Mason Inglis. The second baseman, numbers 21, Wandy Cyprian. Batting fourth with number 13, Owen McConnell. The designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio. Batting fifth with number 4, Henry Haynes. The first baseman, number 20, Nolan Macabrona. Batting sixth with number 7, Brandon Coombs. The third baseman, number 55, Hayden Jaco. Batting seventh with number 6, Carter Isis. The right fielder, number 28, Noah Hall. Batting eighth with number 5, Nivan Pandy. The catcher, number 29, Christian Puyo Genesar. Batting ninth with number 2, Asher Morton. The shortstop, number 0, Francisco Hernandez. And on the mound for your Barrie Baycats tonight with number 1, Jonah Turkington. Number 97, Frank Garces.
I like to.
Performing tonight's national anthem is Crystal Kiabagu. She is United Way Simcoe Muskoka's Chief Financial Officer. In addition to her passion for strengthening communities, Crystal has a lifelong passion for the arts and music in general. At this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able, kindly remove your hats, and join Crystal for the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Shelley. Brian is the Chief Executive and Philanthropy Officer at United Way Simcoe Muskoka. Brian is passionate about bringing together partners from across our community to effect lasting change. In his spare time, he coaches both of his boys' minor baseball teams. Brian, it's your pitch. Great job, Brian. Thank you.
Hey, at least he didn't bounce it in. Congratulations, Brian, and I think we'll have him up in the third inning. Sometimes we'll talk about what the United Way.
A quick reminder to fans down the left and right field lines, please be aware of any batted or thrown balls leaving the field of play to prevent any injuries. In other words, keep your eye on the ball at all times during the game. We thank you for your cooperation.
It's absolutely crunch time. Hamilton, like you said, a fistful of games back on first three. You got to imagine that that's going to be slowly turning into a two-horse race there as this settles in. But Barrie's a game and a half back on Hamilton, and we've been talking all season about how no one wants to be in that 4-5 battle, because it's one and done.
And that's a huge reason why this game is so important. Let's start with the starting lineups for the Hamilton Cardinals, managed by Luis Bernardo. Brandon Nickel leads things off at shortstop. Carlos Dominguez bats second in right field. Darlin Herman at second base. Dario Barrero gets the start. First time appearing against the Baycats season at left field. Jaden Brown's the DH, batting fifth. Tyler Duncan, the center fielder, moves down to the sixth spot in center field. Yammer Hernandez is catching for the first time since being acquired this year, batting seventh. Evan McGill at first base for the first time, batting eighth. And Rainy Reyes rounds things out at third base, batting ninth.
On the mound for Barrie here, we're going to have Frank Garces, the ace for years on years for Barrie. He's got a 4.53 ERA this season. He is 5-3 through 59.2 innings pitched, 47 strikeouts, 7.09 strikeouts per nine.
It's been kind of an outlier season for Frank Garces when you compare it to his prior years with the Barrie Baycats, especially when you compare it with his MVP year pre-pandemic. He had more walks in his last start, 5, than he did in his MVP year of 2018. That year he only had 2 or 3 walks. So coming off arguably one of the worst starts in his career, he's looking for a huge bounce back and a huge game for the Baycats.
Well, even if you just look back in the last couple of years on him, he's got a 2-point some-odd average for the last 3 years, and it's a whole 2-point jump. I'm sure even Josh Matlow there, the manager, he's a little confused on that one, I'd imagine, too, of just what's going on here.
Well, he's been better at home for the most part. As Christian Puyol-Janissar throws down, the umpires for this evening's game: Don Michel at home plate, Chubave at first, Francesco DiBiase at third base. Really nice crowd for a Pack the Park night. We had another Pack the Park game earlier this year. It was delayed a couple days due to the smoky conditions for the wildfires in Northern Ontario, but this one has turned out really nicely, and these fans look to be treated with a highly competitive ball game.
Well, we always know that we have a good crowd when we can look down both baselines, especially that home dugout side, and it's aligned the entire way down.
Even the bleachers beyond the Cardinals dugout are pretty full. Frank Garces looks in, winds, and he deals. The first pitch is just low and misses. First pitch at 7:40 this evening.
Not too bad on the time to start us off.
Another one just misses. He starts Nickel out 2-0. Brandon Nickel entering this game with a 12-game hit streak. He's been lights out atop this Cardinals lineup. Garces pitch, gets it in the zone, 2-1.
Finally starting to find out exactly where that zone is going to lie. And you got to hope that that swings around. Both these pitchers very, very similar in terms of their walks per 9. Of course, a little bit more of those going the way of Frank Garces with his 3.47 on that.
And we'll see Hector Yan on the bottom half of this inning, and he's been a fantastic addition to this Cardinals roster his first year in the Steel City. 2-2 on Nickel. As the fans get behind the Baycats ace, here's the pitch. On the ground, foul as it rolls toward the Baycats dugout. Once again, 2-2. It looks like that's going to be kind of the strategy for these Cardinals to work up the pitch count of Garces. We'll see how that progresses as the evening moves forward. The 2-2 again. Foul back to the screen. We'll do it again. Says a long look in. Winds and deals. On the ground, it's off the body of Nickel and out towards fair territory, so it'll be a foul ball. And still 2-2.
Got to get himself out of this situation here. He's already 7 pitches in the first at-bat.
It's been a good start for Brandon Nickel. Fans once again behind Garces. And he'll step off, and looks like there might have been a couple shake-offs there. Christian Puyol-Janisar throwing down the signs. And these two being a frequent battery the last few starts for Garces. Seems like he's found a preference in his catcher, Puyol-Janisar. The 2-2. Popped up, foul out of play. Brandon Nichols fouled off the last 4 pitches.
You're talking about for a long while how a lot of these Dominican pitchers, they like Tyler Plumpton, who was their catcher for a long time just because they like the consistency of him. But it's nice to see that they're starting to find these pitchers, especially with Plumpton not being here as often. That's they're liking and taking advantage of it.
Plumpton's kind of taking a back seat. He's been around, but only gotten into 4 games this year. 2-2 pitch. That one's on the ground to third. Hayden Jaco scoops it up. The throw into first is right on the money for out number 1. Let's get to the defense for the Barrie Baycats.
Out in left field to start us off, Noel McGarry Doyle. Center field, Kenise Ejo. Right, Noah Hull. Third base, Hayden Jaco. We just saw him make that play. Francisco Hernandez at short. Wandy Cyprian going to be making his way out to second base. Not his usual spot out there. First base is Nolan Macabrota. And back in home plate, as you mentioned, Christian Puyol-Janisar. And we all know who's on the mound.
Yeah, Wandy Cyprian getting his first appearance in general at second base tonight to start off. His first pitch to Carlos Dominguez misses. Cyprian, a late addition to the lineup. Brandon Hernandez was scheduled to start at shortstop. So Francisco moving over. It seemed like Hernandez was having some issues with his wrist that came up on Tuesday night in that game in Guelph. Fine to field, but would not have been good enough to hit for himself in the lineup. Matlow said it was Josh Matlow, the Baycats manager, saying it was bothering him through pregame today, so he made the call. (2-0 from Garces. Dominguez shows bunt, takes it for a strike. And I asked about, why throw Wandy Cyprian in there, especially, given he hadn't had any starts on the infield aside from the catcher position. He said he's athletic, he'll figure it out. But also keeps a hot bat in the lineup as well. 2-1 from Garces. Swing and a miss from Dominguez. He tried to hold up and couldn't. And it's 2-2. Two, 1 out. Garces shakes off Puyol-Janisar, finds the one he likes. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. It's a full count.
You mentioned Wandy, that athletic and hot bat. No doubt. We were looking at I was looking at this earlier still. A 346 batting average. He's still in that upper echelon of the Baycats batters here. Can't afford a bat like him to be out of the lineup in a game like this.
3-2, just misses low, and first base runner the Cardinals will have is Carlos Dominguez, who works a walk.
Darwin Herman.
So the free pass is becoming a crux for Garces early on. And a chance for Darlin Herman to capitalize. Dominguez, 9 steals this year, takes his lead, doesn't go, and the first pitch to Herman is a called strike. Swing and a miss from Herman, foul tip into the glove. 0-2 is Dominguez had the lead on first and almost kind of got faked out by Garces' delivery. Nolan Macabroda holding him on. First time Garces has been ahead in the count like this. The 0-2 up the middle and past a diving Francisco Hernandez into center field. Trying for third, and it's going to get past Canisijo. Dives into second, that probably what cost him a run. Or into third, pardon me. Looked like Pedro Perez was waving around Dominguez, who dove head first into third base, not noticing the ball had gotten past Canisijo.
Just back-to-back missed opportunities there for Barrie. That one just a little bit out of reach of Francisco Hernandez, and uncharacteristic bobble there from Canisijo out in center.
Second error of the season for Ejo, and it's going to be scored a single for Herman.
At the start of the season, the Baycats had that error issue, especially in the infield, and felt like Ejo was the one mark that you could put in this Baycats lineup of, hey, he will consistently make that play. So definitely an outlier.
This is Dario Barrero. First pitch is swung on and missed. Infield in for the Baycats. Looking to cut this run down at home plate should there be a ground ball. Pitch from Garces in the dirt, blocked by Puyol Genesar. And that likely saved a run.
Put the body on the line. Can't afford to go down early in a game of this magnitude.
Garces comes set. 1-1 to Barrero. Called strike. This is Barrero's first appearance here in Barrie. Comes in 10 for 27 since being acquired near the deadline by the Cardinals. 3 home runs among those 10 hits. Product of Venezuela. 1-2 from Garces. Off the glove of Puyol Genesar, but doesn't trickle that far away, and he holds Dominguez at third.
Great job for Puyol Genesar to make sure that he had eyes on the runner at all times, saying go ahead and try it. And Garces was quick to move in on the home plate there rather as well.
That's that major league experience right there, knowing he's an infielder as well. It's a Gold Glover in this league for a reason. Garces and Barrero, 2-2. The pitch. Called strike 3. And a huge strikeout for Garces here in the first.
It's exactly what the Baycats needed here to give them a chance to really escape, but we talked about him in the pregame. Does Jaden Brown come in and say, you had a great inning there?
Brown an 1,800 OPS against the Baycats in 3 games so far. Chance for a couple RBI. 2 in scoring position here. Pitch from Garces right down the middle for strike 1. Darlin Herman at second. He reached on a single. Carlos Dominguez walked. He's on third. Both of them advanced on an error by Kenise Ejo. The 0-1 from Garces. Popped up. It's going to slice foul out of play on the right side.
And who goes charging for those Baycats bucks is the question.
See what changes in the approach for Jaden Brown. 0-2, 2 out as this packed park gets behind Garces.
Not liking a whole lot of calls there from Genesar. From Purdue Genesar there.
Comes set after a long look in. Here's the 0-2. Little liner over to Cyprian at second. He makes the catch. And the Baycats get out of an early jam. They leave 2-run scoring position. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score, Hamilton and Barrie.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fantz from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
First inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
He's ATN Skitch. I'm Julius Hern, United Way Simcoe Muskoka, and make this crowd possible. Another Pack the Park night. And here is the starting lineup for Josh Matlow's Barrie Baycats. Noel McGarry Doyle back in the leadoff spot, playing left field. Kenise Ejo moves up from 3-2, batting second in center field. Wandy Cyprian, a late addition to the lineup, batting third at second base. Ryan Rio in the cleanup spot, the DH tonight. Noah Macabrota at first base, batting fifth. Hayden Jaco had a home run in Guelph, bats sixth, playing third base. Noah Hall gets the start in right field tonight, batting seventh. Christian Pulio Genesar, the catcher, batting eighth. And Francisco Hernandez rounds things out at shortstop, batting ninth.
On the mound for Hamilton, Hector Yan, the league leader in ERA at a 2.96, a 4-1 record through 54.2 innings pitched, and tied with Barrie's Saul Vasquez at 88 strikeouts for a league lead there. 14.49 strikeouts per nine. This man is pretty much the pitching final boss.
He's had a fantastic year since coming over to Hamilton from the Guelph Royals after a couple years in the Royal City. First pitch to Noel McGarry Doyle is fouled away. As even right away, the corners are in for this Cardinals defense. McGarry Doyle has put a couple bunts down for base hits, even against the Cardinals this year. So, the 0-1, just outside as the left-hander looked a bit off balance in his follow-through there.
Well, I was looking at him in those warm-ups there, Jan. He was kind of a little bit tippy there as he leaned.
Liner into left field. That one is caught! What a catch by Dario Barrero, robbing what surely would have been extra base hits for Noel McGarry Doyle. And on that note, we'll give you the defense for the Cardinals.
That star catch there, Dario Barrero out in left field. Center field, Tyler Duncan. Out right, Carlos Dominguez. Third base, Rainy Reyes. Brandon Nickel at short. Darlin Herman going to be taking up second base. Evan McGill at first. And Jomer Hernandez, his first appearance as a catcher today.
Swing and a miss from Kenice Ejo. Yeah, Hernandez being picked up mid-season. Been playing mostly in the outfield in his time back with the Cardinals. Evan McGill, meanwhile, gets his first appearance at first base this year. Swing and a miss again from Ejo. It's quickly 0-2. A great catch by Dario Barrero there. Not quite a full extended dive, but definitely left his feet a little bit to have the distance to make that catch. Upstairs on Ejo, it's 1-2.
Definitely not our usual suspect to go for two quick shots like that and play patient after.
Called strike three. It just catches the inside part on Kenice Ejo. And 2 quick outs for Hector Yan, who now takes sole possession of first place in the CBL with 89 strikeouts.
There's part of me when we were looking at the starting lineups earlier that I was hoping to see, I know it would be out of rotation, just to see Vasquez against Yan, just to see who can go bar for bar to keep up in that strikeout race.
First pitch from Yan on the ground. Off the bat of Cyprian. Tough play at third. Here's the throw, and it's in time. And a very nice play from Rainy Reyes. An 8-pitch first inning for Hector Yan, and we remain scoreless heading into the second inning. At Pack the Park night here in Springwater.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Inning number 2 here at Athletic Culture Stadium between the Baycats and Cardinals. I'm Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch. Our entire Baycats TV crew, we thank you for joining us this evening. Tyler Duncan to lead things off for the Cardinals here in the second. Former MVP Tyler Duncan. First pitch from Garces. Swung on and missed. Duncan leading the CBL in strikeouts as a batter with 52. He's really climbed the ranks in that category over the, probably, let's say, the span of July and early August. Takes a called strike there. It's 0-2. Duncan hitting .335 on the year and .890 OPS. It's been found a home more so this year in the middle of the Cardinals' order as he sees that one upstairs and outside.
Ryan DeSantos is the number one in batting strikeouts there from Guelph, and
Pardon me.
Tyler Duncan 2 strikeouts down on that.
It's been kind of between those two and Kenise Ejo for the most part this year as Duncan takes that one low. And even then, Ryan DeSantos, yeah, he's historically been, a guy prone to the strikeout, but again, another guy who's climbed the ranks in that category over the last month or so. In his first year with the Guelph Royals. Garces, the 2-2, inside, it's a full count. As Duncan has worked his way back into the...
Your Garces right now, you just saw an 8-pitch inning come up on the other side. You need to start firing through these guys at lightning quick speeds to keep up.
.3-2 from Garces. Swing and a miss. Duncan whiffs, and it's first out of the inning.
Number 19, Yammer Hernandez.
Second strikeout for Garces. That'll bring up Yammer Hernandez. As you mentioned, getting his first start behind the dish tonight. First pitch from Garces, fouled away. Seems like Garces has started to move a little bit more quickly. It's only been a batter and about 7 pitches, but it does seem that he's moving a bit faster between pitches in this inning compared to the first. Misses outside with that one. One. Fly ball in play, a really tough spot. Nolan Macabrota out there. He can't quite reach it. It lands in foul territory.
Just a few steps down on that one. Yeah, great job if he was going to foul that one to, put it, just give it that little bit extra pop.
Almost looked like he got jammed a bit on it. That's why he couldn't quite get the distance out in the right field. Noah Hall would not have had a shot at that one the way he was shifted. So 1-2 now. Pitch from Garces inside, 2-2. As Hernandez calls time, not sure if he needs a new twig or what. Manager Luis Bernardo will come out and have a chat. Looks like he does need a new bat.
Doesn't like the first pick. Doesn't like the second pick. He's having a great time. He's going shopping over there. I believe that was the 4th bat that he selected, so we got there eventually.
Hernandez 1 for 6 so far this year against the Baycats. That includes 3 strikeouts. So seeing whatever bat can bring him some magic here. 2-2 from Garces. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks here in the second.
The first baseman, number 18, Evan McGill.
That's what Barrie needed here. Just needs some quick pitches now and to go through Evan McGill.
Yeah, McGill has really brought the power against the Baycats this year.
Well, not only that, he seemed to be most consistent on the team. He's got the team high for 60 hits and 10 home runs, leading both those categories for Hamilton.
Takes a first pitch strike, one of those home runs at this ballpark last month. Cardinals coming out to an 8-1 victory the first time these two teams played each other, and Hamilton a 2-1 advantage in the season series, which makes this game even more important for the Baycats to try and climb back as McGill fouls that one away. It's 0-2. These head-to-head tiebreakers are really going to loom large later in the season, given how close these top 5 teams are.
I think we've been talking about how close the top 5 is for like the last month and a half, it seems.
0-2 in the dirt, and that also goes to show just how surprisingly short the season was before the kind of the upper echelon teams started to separate themselves from the bottom. And it's been well in London, Barrie, Hamilton, and Guelph for the last month and a half. 1-2, swing and a miss. Garces strikes out the side, and he holds the Cardinals scoreless through 2. Barrie looking to get on the bats. We go to the bottom of the second here in Springwater.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Barrie, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
Second inning brought to you by United Way's Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
So Yammer Hernandez throw down to third there. You don't see that very often in between innings, but shaking things up as Hector Jan Cruz through the first inning, 3 up, 3 down against the Baycats, and now I'll have Ryan Rio, cleanup hitter, lead things off here in the second. First pitch to Rio is outside. Rio's really found the power here at home this year. It's only had his first home run of the year on the road last week. 1-0 pitch is outside.
One thing that I've noticed about Rio this year is his eye has been a lot better. He's not swinging as much as he normally is, kind of thing, and he's been doing a great job working up pitch counts against pitchers.
Fouls that one away, 2-1. Yeah, this year just 25 strikeouts to 10 walks. His career high in walks is 15. That was back in his 2023 year where he was on another level. Sees that one up high, 3-1. He's walked in each of his last 2 games. 5 plate appearances on Tuesday in Guelph, went 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the 3-1. There's a liner out into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Ryan Rio gets things going for the Baycats offense in the second.
The first baseman, number 20, Nolan Macabrona.
That one was good for Barrie's first hit of the night. And follow power with a little more.
Nolan Macabrona, I think 304 this year. As Reyes moves in at third base, Macabrona just trying to stay out of the double play here. First pitch, sees it for a strike. It's always going to be interesting. The Baycats' first time seeing Hector Jan this year. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed by Macabrona. Looked like a slider there that trailed toward the outside part of the plate. Typically tends to favor that put-away pitch to lefties compared to right-handers. See if he goes back to it here. 0-2 pitch, well outside.
Macabrona, 35 strikeouts so far this season. Last year had 42. So unfortunately, closing in on that number considering his season goal was to take a lot less.
Rio a slight lead at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just missed. Looked like that was maybe a half an inch high of the zone. Nonetheless, 2-2. Cardinal defense shading Macabrona pretty far to the right. 2-2. Outside, it's a full count. As Macabrona works his way back.
If there's any time to break the scouting report and just fire one just past that foul line and like just in play out to left field, now's the time, because that is double for free.
Three-2, fouled away, and he was maybe looking for that left field grass. As Jan went to the fastball on the full count. Hayden Jaco on deck. Jan comes set. Here's the 3-2. In the dirt. And he comes back from 0-2 and works a walk. And now 2-1 for the Baycats here in the second.
Jaco, a 2-run home run in the top of the third in that game against Guelph. Scored Noah Hull, who's in behind him right now on deck.
First mound visit here taken by the Cardinals as Yammer Hernandez goes for a chat with Jan. Jan, a big reason why Hamilton sports the best ERA for starters in the CBL. Enters with a league-leading 2.96 ERA individually, but as a team, a 2.78 ERA. So the entire rotation has come together for what has been the best year in Cardinals franchise history. They reached a team record 23 wins on the weekend. First pitch, Jaco lays down a bunt. Tough play here for Reyes. The throw to first is in time, but the base runners move up. And that's a hugely important move for the Baycats, who just want to get an early lead.
And it's showtime for Hull, who also homered in that game against Guelph, had a solo shot in the top of the second. A little bit of a different field shape from us to Guelph, but all the chance and all the power.
Well, he was a victim of the field shape an earlier matchup in Guelph this year. He's hit one in the deep power alley, 397, and didn't come up with a home run. It was caught by Andy Leader out in the right field, but gets his redemption on Tuesday. Infield in for Hamilton. First pitch from Jan is low and in. So after the sacrifice by Jaco, Macabroda at second, Rio at third. So the Baycats have kind of flipped the jam the Cardinals put on them in the top of the first. Upstairs, it's 2-0.
If there's any time to see some of that league-leading strikeout numbers, the time's now for Hector Jan.
Jan, the 2-0. On the ground, back to the pitcher. The throw to third is picked by Reyes. Now they got Rio in a rundown. Hernandez makes the tag. The throw to third is not quite in time as Macabroda makes the risky move and moves up. Hull into second, but now there's 2 outs.
The catcher, number 29, Christian Puyol.
Just unfortunate that Rio took that chance there, but regardless, the situation remains the same with runners on 2 and 3, but of course now it's closer to do or die time for Barrie.
So now Christian Puyol Janissar will step in. That's a fielder's choice. Scored a Hull there, so you obviously won't get a single. Rio put out 1-5-2. Now Puyol Janissar steps in, trying to capitalize. Skies that one high in the air towards the Cardinal dugout, but it will get out of play.
Almost had a banana ball out there as the kid was maybe an inch off.
Man, there are a lot of kids at the ballpark. Obviously a free admission to the ball game tonight with Pack the Park, and United Way Simcoe Muskoka, the presenting sponsor of that, doing a great job out every night with their 50-50. Yeah, there are a lot of kids at the ballpark tonight. It's a beautiful night for baseball. 0-1, 2 out. Baycats have 2 on. And outside, 1-1. Jan looks in. The 1-1 pitch, lifted foul again, out toward the right side this time. Puyol Janissar hitting just 172 this year.
Little ball change there for Hector Jan.
Francisco Hernandez on deck if Puyol Janissar can reach. Jan with the 1-2. On the ground to second. Tough play for Herman. Goes across his body to first to make the play. The Baycats strand 2 in scoring position. And we remain scoreless as we go to the 3rd inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Jersey Mike's is sub above. Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hi, I'm Christy Fans from Ford Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
We're back at the top of the third inning. Still no score between the Hamilton Cardinals and Barrie Baycats. Last time these two teams were here was a close 3-2 Baycats win. And looking like, at least so far, a similar type of matchup in this one. Two teams that need every win against the top teams in the league like they are to better their chances in the postseason.
These top teams always looking spooky, especially, when teams are already starting to clinch those playoff spots. London just clinched it just the other day. They are 28-12, a 700 win percentage there.
London in first, Welland in second. These Cardinals in third, Barrie right behind them, back of Hamilton by 1.5 games. Says for inning number 3, first pitch to Randy Reyes is lifted out to center field. Canisijo has a beat on it, and he will make the catch for out number 1.
Shortstop, number 7, Brandon Nickel.
So back to the top of the order for the Cardinals. Brandon Nickel will step in. Grounded out his first time. But really put together a nice long at-bat against Garces, who raising his pitch count. And Garces sitting at 42 pitches through 2 1/3. First pitch is in the dirt. And I would imagine for manager Josh Matlow, the plan might be to have Saul Vasquez come in after Garces, as he is set to start the game here on Saturday between Barrie and London. But only time will tell. We'll see when we get later into the ball game. 1-1 here on Nickel. Shows bunt goes through it. It's 1-2. Tried to surprise the Baycats offense in the bunt. Hayden Jacob was playing fairly deep at third base, as is Nolan Macabroda at first. One-two from Garces. Just got a piece to Brandon Nickel. It's back to the backstop.
Looked like Rio Jenstar almost got a hand on that one to try and tip it up to be playable for him, but no dice.
Garces struck out the side in the second. Looking for strikeout number 5 here. The 1-2, line over the head of Macabroda and into right field. To base hit for Nickel, who extends his hit streak to 13 games.
Carlos Dominguez.
So one out base runner again for the Cardinals, as Carlos Dominguez, who walked his last time, will return to the batter's box. First pitch, a swing and a miss from Dominguez, as Nickel had a fairly large lead at first base and Garces might have to pay a little bit more attention. Nickel has 9 stolen bases this year.
That lead again, 3 strides roughly.
Runner goes and the throw to first. Here's McNamara's throw into second. It is in time. As Garces, his pickoff move works to perfection. And Nickel's thrown out.
Well, I saw it coming as soon as you see that first base coach encroach there and give him a quick talk. You know that he's going to be going. He's going to be trying to do something. So, good on Garces there for realizing it.
We also usually see maybe the catcher have an input on when the throw should happen. As that one's flown into center field. Fairly deeper than the first one, but Canisijo will make another easy catch. 3 up, 3 down, go the Cardinals yet again. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. I'm told we'll have someone from United Way Simcoe Muskoka come up to talk to us in the bottom of the 3rd.
Hi, I'm Christy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, it's brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca. We actually have Brian Shelley, CEO of United Way Simcoe Muskoka, up in the booth with us for this inning. Brian, thank you again for coming out and supporting Pack the Park.
Yeah, no, we're so excited. It was a great way for us to give thanks to our community for their support and to make access to professional sport available and accessible to everyone.
We enter this 3rd inning, still no score. The Baycats setting up Francisco Hernandez to lead things off. He takes the first pitch strike, and you guys are around the ballpark all the time. You guys have the 50-50 going all the time, and you guys are loyal supporters of the Barrie Baycats. So what makes collaborating with the team so important for you guys?
Yeah, what's awesome about the Baycats is that they truly are a community-based sports franchise. And so, you know, we've been partnering with them on the 50-50 draws now for 4 years. Half the net proceeds go towards sending kids to Baycats camps. The other half goes towards supporting projects all across Simcoe County that are helping with moving people from poverty to possibility. But I mean, our partnership goes beyond them. The Baycats show up in community in big ways. They walk the walk, they talk the talk, and it all starts with their field manager and GM, Josh Matlow. He's a really great community guy.
So, as Francisco Hernandez swings and misses, there's the throw down from Yammer Hernandez. It's off his back. So Hernandez will reach.
That's not pretty, but we'll take it.
Hernandez will reach on the strikeout. Don't see that very often. The Baycats have a base runner early on. And Brian, with you guys are sponsoring the Pack the Park as the second Pack the Park this year. It's been an incredible crowd so far, very vocal, and we were talking off air before we went on here in this inning, and now finally we had some good weather on a Thursday night.
Yeah. No, we're very thankful that the skies are blue and there's no fire smoke warnings in the air. So great to have the community out today supporting the United Way and supporting the Barrie Baycats.
After Jan's first pitch to Noel McGarry-Doyle upstairs. And, with sponsoring the Pack the Park, what's the ultimate goal with this event?
Yeah, so for us it was twofold. Number one, it was a way for us to thank our community partners, so the agencies that we're working with. We've got several of them here today with their clients and their staff and their volunteers. As well as our corporate donors who support the work that we do. But also it was a way to make access to professional sport available and accessible to everyone, regardless of income in the community. We know that these are tough times, and pennies are being pinched, and people are having to make tough decisions.
Noel McGarry-Doyle gets hit on the elbow, so again, 2 early base runners here for the Baycats in the third.
So we thought it was a really good opportunity, really, to make the Baycats opportunity available to everyone. And so we're so happy to see the community showing up, and hopefully there's a lot of folks here who normally wouldn't be able to attend a professional sporting event such as this.
So you guys have been around and been involved with the Baycats since I started here, about 2023. How long have you guys been involved?
Yeah, so that was actually our first season that we were in partnership with the Baycats. So it's been an awesome partnership, and it grows each year. And look, for us, it's a great way also to be out in community, meet people, see them face to face at the ballpark, and talk about the work that we're doing in community.
After Jan first pitch to Kinesijo is a called strike, and I'm sure you've talked to a lot of people tonight, whether it's selling 50-50 tickets or people just inquiring about what you guys do or whatever, greeting people at the park. What's been the reception so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think people are. Look, we live in strange times, and I think it's great to have events like this that bring the whole community together. There are people from all different walks of life here, sitting beside each other, taking in a great baseball game under a beautiful, beautiful weather. And there's a really good vibe in the park tonight.
Obviously, I mentioned again, you guys do the 50-50.
Yeah.
It usually gets bigger around this time in the season. I'm sure it might be a big jackpot tonight. What are we looking at so far tonight?
Yeah, so far tonight, let me just refresh here because it's going up by the minute. The winner as of right now is taking home over $750. We're selling until the bottom of the 7th. So I anticipate that the winner's will be taking home well over $1,000. Which is a pretty good jackpot for a weekday night in the regular season.
Don't mean to interrupt you. That was a fantastic play by Yammer Hernandez. A bunt seemingly popped up, and he made a diving catch in front of home plate and doubled off Francisco Hernandez at second base. So just like that, 2 out in the inning.
It is one of those games, isn't it? Like everyone's getting close and nothing's happening.
We let off the broadcast with a big crowd, and it's a big game to go along with it.
Yeah.
You mentioned the 50-50 tonight. What's been the biggest jackpot so far this year?
This year, we've had a couple of jackpots over 600. This is already our biggest of the year. Again, for regular season, for us to be getting, if the take home's over $1,000 today, that's pretty good for a regular season game here at the Baycats.
And usually gets bigger, much bigger in the playoffs.
As we get the playoffs, it gets bigger and bigger each week. Yeah, and as the series get bigger and bigger, and those big bad Welland Jackfish fans come to town, they like to drop some coin too. So those jackpots get bigger for sure.
Well, Brian, I really appreciate you guys coming up here and supporting the Baycats and taking hold of the Pack the Park night. It's been a really great night so far, and looking forward to the rest of it. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Thank you. So 2 out here in the third. Runner on first. This is Wandy Cyprian, who grounds it to third. Rainy Reyes off his chest, spins. Here's the throw to first. It is not in time. Cyprian beats it out, and the Baycats will extend this bomb in the third inning as McGarry-Doyle moves up to second.
About as close as you can get on that one. That throw, even though it came across and off a bobble, Reyes still had that thing on a frozen rope to get it there.
Looks like it's being scored a single for Cyprian. So second hit of the game for the Baycats. Just to recap what happened in this inning, Francisco Hernandez reaching on a drop third strike to lead off. Then Noel McGarry-Doyle hit by a pitch. Kinesijo popped into a double play, an incredible play by Yammer Hernandez, the catcher for the Cardinals, who dove and then made the catch and doubled off Ejo at second base. Doubled off Hernandez at second base. And then Cyprian there with an infield single. So Ryan Rio will step in with 2 out. And he's behind 0-1.
We saw his first home run cut there.
Throw gets into center field. McGarry-Doyle moves up to third. Cyprian to second. There was a close call earlier in the inning on a pickoff attempt with Hernandez, and that one getting even further away from Hector Jan. Well, so first error of the season charged to Hector Jan, and just like that, Baycats yet again have two in scoring position with two out. Jan steps off, and not sure if Rio called time there. Nonetheless, we'll have a reset.
All Rio needs here is to clear the infield, and the Baycats got a couple.
0-1. Here's the pitch to Rio. Upstairs. Two on, two out. The 1-1 pitch to Rio. Outside. Rio's done a nice job working this count. And you mentioned earlier, Etienne, how patient he's been at the plate lately.
Well, it's something you like to see out of a leader for this team, especially your man who is the franchise of franchise players for the CBL.
A hit here would go a long way for this crowd. The 2-1 fouled away. Yeah, I bet if you asked most people in this crowd who their favorite Baycat is or who's the first Baycat that comes to mind, it's certainly Ryan Rio. It's his 8th season. Pardon me, his 9th season in the league. 2-2 count. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Outside. The count is full.
It's crazy to think that most of these kids that are running around kind of thing, Rio's probably been playing for this Baycat squad longer than most of them have been around.
You could definitely say that for some of these kids, I'm sure. His rookie year was 2017. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Rio held up a swing, but it's in the zone anyway, and Baycats yet again leave 2 on, and we are scoreless headed to the 4th. Another thank you to Brian Shelley for United Way Simcoe Muskoka taking the time to talk with us this evening. We go to the 4th inning, no score, Hamilton and Barrie.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike's up. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the fourth inning.
The fourth inning is brought to you by United
Top of the
Way
fourth
Simcoe
inning.
Muskoka.
Still no score between Hamilton and Barrie. These two teams separated by just a game and a half between third and fourth in the CBL standings.
The second baseman.
Both teams have had opportunities.
Hern.
Hamilton left 2 in scoring position in the first. The Baycats doing so in the last inning and in the second. But it seems like Frank Garces has really settled in after a long top of the first. Darlin Armand sees the first pitch breaking ball in for a strike. Garces faced the minimum the last 2 innings as Herman fouls that one away out of play. Gave up a hit to Brandon Nickel, but picked him off, so made up for it. So he's really faced the minimum over his last 8 batters. And now at 51 pitches as we enter after the first couple here in the top of the fourth. Herman lifts that one to right field. Noah Hall has a beat on it, and he makes the catch a few feet in front of the warning track.
No issue for Noah Hall out there, and we've been seeing him get worked more and more into this roster as the season has progressed kind of thing, and you got to stick with a hot hand.
Brings up Dario Barrero. Yeah, we usually see Noah Hall, if he's in the outfield, he's in left. But he has 3 appearances in right field this year already. Tonight, number 4. Really been a jack of all trades for this Baycats team this year. Barrero fouls the first pitch out of play. Barrero struck out looking back in the first, but he has hits in all 6 games this year since joining the Cardinals late last month. Flares that one foul down the left side. "6'6". Typically a first baseman, but getting the start tonight in left. From Valencia, Venezuela. Garces looks in. The 0-2 pitch, fouled away again. Jaden Brown on deck. It's really cooled off here at the ballpark.
Probably that was debating breaking out my hoodie there. This one got cold quick.
Yeah. Felt it about an inning and a half ago. Here's the 0-2. Did he hold up the appeal? Yes, he did. 1-2 now as Barrero just barely stays alive. Garces looking for strikeout number 5. Here's the pitch. On the ground to short. Francisco Hernandez. The throw on to first is in time, 2 down.
The designated hitter, number 6, Jaden
Took a
Brown.
couple of skips there from Hernandez as he was zeroing in on Macabrota. Knew that he had a whole lot of time in between.
Jaden Brown will step in. Second time up tonight with 2 out as he ended the first with a line drive. First pitch from Garces, in for a strike. That one just misses. Hard to classify this game, at least so far, as a pitcher's duel, given both teams have had opportunities, with runners in scoring position, especially the Baycats against Hector Yan, who, as we talked about earlier, is leading the league in ERA among qualified pitchers. But again, nobody has gotten on the board yet. Garces has been cruising since getting out of the first inning unscathed. Two one. Swing and a miss.
Garces has most definitely settled in. He's got what, the last like 9, 10 in a row?
Retired each of the last 10 batters, if you include the pickoff of Brandon Nickel last inning. 2-2. Just missed low. And the count is full.
Crowd is all in.
Biggest crowd of the year. Behind Frank Garces, the 3-2 just missed inside. Jaden Brown works a 2-out walk.
The center fielder, number 5, Tyler Duncan.
So Tyler Duncan given the opportunity here in the 4th, the 2-out. Strikeout victim back in the 2nd. But entered tonight on a 16-game on-base streak. Brown the lead at first. Duncan fouls it away on the first pitch.
It's a very, very short lead out at first. Maybe the Cardinals there have learned their lesson to maybe don't test the arm and quickness there of Frank Garces.
4 stolen bases this year for Jaden Brown. Doesn't look like he's going to go here. The pitch from Garces right down the middle for strike 2. Garces looks in. Trying to put away Duncan here. The 0-2 in the dirt as Duncan holds his swing. 1-2. Scoreless contest so far. Just 2 hits to each team. Garces trying to get out of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 2-2. Duncan worked his way back from 0-2 to a full count his last time up, but it ended in a strikeout. Fans are behind Garces again. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. It's slicing further and further and landing off the fence near the Cardinal dugout. Foul ball.
Duncan has done a fantastic job defending the strike zone here. Just seems no matter what gets thrown, if it's anywhere near, he's going to just take a slice at it to make sure that he stays alive. And we were looking at this just as the innings were, just as that 3rd was coming to an end, of how close the pitch count was and how well Barrie had done to keep it that way. And all of a sudden, it's a 24 pitch difference again.
Another 2-2 upstairs, full count. And in the last 4 years or so, these two opponents have had their fair share of meetings with one another. Both MVPs in this league, Garces in 2018, Duncan in 2023. Here's the 3-2. On the ground, up the middle, it's off the foot of Garces. Tough play for Hernandez, he won't have a throw. And it's an infield hit with 2 out for Tyler Duncan.
The catcher, number 19,
Just off the top of the cleat, not enough to give it a good enough stop for Garces to be able to make a play on it and hopefully kick it forward, but off the top of the foot as he was striding forward and sends it right back.
Well, just slowed it enough that Hernandez had to come so far forward he didn't have a play. So a little bit of a lucky break there for Duncan on an infield single. Yammer Hernandez will step in as the inning continues. Garces at 70 pitches. Kicks and deals. Called strike. Gets ahead early on Yammer Hernandez. Oh, 1, 2 out. 2-1 for the Cardinals. Pitch from Garces, up and in, but gets the chase. Hernandez couldn't lay off. And Garces yet again strike away from getting out of this inning.
Avery firing up the crowd.
With the fans behind him, Garces. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! Strikeout number 5 for Garces that gets him out of yet another jam as this game remains scoreless going to the bottom of the 4th inning between the 3rd and 4th place teams in the CBL.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Barry, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
Fourth innings brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Baycats have a little bit of energy after Frank Garces got out of another 2 base runner jam. Now, neither team yet to get on the scoreboard. Nolan McAbruder will lead things off for the Baycats, followed by Hayden Jaco and Noah Hall against Hector Yan, who's allowed just a hit and a walk. Pardon me, make that 2 hits and a walk.
And Saskatchewan's finest comes rolling up to the plate here.
Yan taking his time before stepping on the rubber. First pitch to McAbruder, breaking ball in for a strike.
Took its sweet time to come back down, but when it did in a hurry.
Looks like Jan called time. That one just misses 1-1.
Everybody clap your hands.
Upstairs on Macabrodo, just had to squat out of the way of that one.
He was bobbing and weaving there, lean back, go down. Looked like he was trying to do like those Just Dance ones that are just a little bit too difficult for most people.
Sees another one outside, 3-1 on the Baycats' first baseman. Went 0 for 4 on Tuesday in Guelph. And was given a base on balls his first time up tonight. 3-1, fouled away, counts full.
I thought we almost had another light shatter.
(3-2), nobody out. So leadoff hitter Macabroda faces Hector Jan. Pitch inside into the backstop. Might have gotten a piece of Macabroda. Nonetheless, he has first base.
The third baseman, number 55, Hayden Jaco.
It's going to be a walk for Macabroda, second of the game, as Baycats have a leadoff base runner.
Jaco sacrificed early in the game to move those runners around. Be interesting to see what he gets to do now that he actually gets to put some power into a ball if he gets contact.
Randy Reyes at third base, still playing pretty shallow near the infield turf. First pitch to Jaco is in the dirt. Jan now at 50 pitches after that last one. Outside of Jaco, 2-0. Jaco in limited appearances this year as he's still kind of making the commute from British Columbia to Ontario at certain points in the season. Has been successful in his brief time with the team this year, 10 for 28, a couple home runs, including one on Tuesday, as he takes a 2-0 pitch for a strike. Already 8 RBI in just a few appearances. This is game number 11 for him on the year. (2-1). Foul back to the screen. Talking with Jaco this week and before the game, telling me he'll remain in Ontario, play with the Baycats through the weekend. That includes the game on Sunday, and then he'll fly back home and return for the postseason.
I gotta imagine from the perspective of Josh Mallow, that would be almost a little bit of a pain to have to try and track that throughout the year.
But for him also, Jaco's a worthy player to, a worthwhile player to allow that luxury to. Jaco originally from Coquitlam, BC, and first year in the league with the London Majors, won Rookie of the Year, and then was still living in London, I believe, in his first year or two with the Baycats before moving back home full time. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Jan gets another one looking. That's strikeout number 91 on his season and third in the ball game. So one out in the inning now. Danny Reyes still shallow at third base, even with one out here. First pitch to Hull, swing and a miss. Fooled by the breaking ball.
Hull was looking for that home run cut. But about as much power as you need to put it on the next field over behind that swing.
The 0-1 from Jan, fastball upstairs, and Hall swings right through it. Quickly 0-2. Jan's go-to pitch in these counts has been a slider. See if he goes back to it here. The 0-2 is outside. It was the slider. A bit too much on it. 1-2 now. Still no bullpen action for either team. It's these starting pitchers have got a hole on this one. Still no score. First pitch to Hull is popped up. Playable just back of second base. And Darlin Herman over to make the catch. 2 down.
Thought he had maybe a little bit better eye on it than he did, considering he had to scramble to his right to make it, but the claim is made no less.
It's always the last 50 feet of a pop-up as it comes down that's the hardest for the infielder. Now Herman hauls it in. Christian Puyol-Janissar steps in with 2 outs for the Baycats. Macabrota still at first base after a leadoff walk. Jan's first pitch. Slider in for a strike. Number 9 hitter Francisco Hernandez on deck if Puyol-Janissar can reach. The 0-1 just misses again. A very close call and a nice take from Puyol-Janissar, 1-1.
Home plate official said that one was just a little bit outside.
So 1-1 the count as Puyol-Janissar steps in after he called time. 2 out here in the 4th as Jan looks in. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss from Puyol-Janissar. It's 1-2. His fastball was blown right by him. Macabrota to the lead at first. The 1-2 to Puyol-Janissar is upstairs. Jan's pitch again is upstairs. Misses high with a fastball. The count's full. Macabrota will be off on the pitch as Jan takes a bit of extra time to gather himself behind the mound.
Might as well not give an extra reason to extend this thing. Take that half second and really dial it in.
There goes Macabrota. Cut on and missed. Puyol-Janissar goes down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hector Jan. This game remains scoreless as we go to the 5th inning between the Hamilton Cardinals and the Barrie Baycats here in Springwater.
makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Top of the fifth inning, still no score between the Cardinals and Baycats. This is not the only game on in the CBL tonight. This is that time of year we're scoreboard watching. ATN, they have the details.
Game started at 7:05 out in Kitchener. The Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Kitchener Panthers. The Panthers, after getting slapped around a little bit yesterday by the Brantford Red Sox, are going to come back home and take it to the Toronto Maple Leafs, up 6-2 in that one in the bottom of the sixth. And over in Welland, a 4-3 lead for the Jackfish as they take on the Brantford Red Sox.
How far is that game along?
That game, top of the sixth.
Jumbotron, please. Jumbotron.
First pitch to Evan McGill, grounded right to first, and Macabrota will take it to the bag himself for out number one.
The third baseman, number 27, Rainy Reyes.
It's that time of year where, as I mentioned, we're all scoreboard watching, and how tight this CBL playoff chase is going to be in the last couple weeks of the season.
Well, you know I usually have fun scoreboard watching anyway. I'm usually poking on the shoulder saying, hey, can I do an out of town? Can I do an out of town?
So after this game, the Baycats will have 10 remaining. Meanwhile, after tonight, Hamilton will have 11 left in their season. Baycats' next game is at home against the London Majors on Saturday, while Hamilton will host those Welland Jackfish tomorrow at Bernie Arbor. Popped up off the bat of Rainy Reyes. Back of first, Noah Macabrota can't catch up to it. And similar situation we saw in the first inning. He lets that one fall foul. And just like that, Reyes down 0-2. It's a long way to go for Macabrota, almost maybe further than the one in the previous, maybe I think it was in the first inning.
Had a better jump on that one, though. It was made it to roughly where the last ball dropped.
And just in the like the last case, the infield shifted over a little bit for the right-handed batter. 0-2 on Reyes, the pitch from Garces just outside. Cardinals with 3 hits, the Baycats with 2 through 4 innings. One, 2 from Garces in the dirt. 2-2. Not a cloud in the sky here at Athletic Culture Stadium. It's been a beautiful night for baseball, a beautiful night to pack the park. By far the biggest crowd of the year to this point. With United Way Simcoe Muskoka making the Pack the Park night happen tonight. And I couldn't have asked for a better game with better circumstances, how it affects either team in the standings. 2-2. Inside, the count's full.
Sure, people would have killed for an open sky like this last night for the Perseid meteor shower, considering, you know, it was rainy and cloudy and all that sort of stuff overnight last night. But as you can see there, just open sky.
Not even any wind on the flags. It's really calm. 3-2. Liner in the center field. It will dip and drop into center field. A base hit for Rainy Reyes.
The shortstop, number 7.
One out knock. It's the 4th hit for the Cardinals on the evening, and the first for Reyes. He turns it over to the top of the lineup. Brandon Nickel will step in. Single then was picked off his last time.
61 hits now to keep his top spot in the Cards.
Long look in from Garces, finally comes set. His pitch, swung on and missed by Nickel. Just 3 stolen bases on the year for Rainy Reyes. Foul tip into the glove, strike 2. As he tried to put a charge into that one. Nickel, ATN, as you mentioned, now 61 hits, but that's still 10 behind Michael Escato of the London Majors, who has the league lead, and he's up, has that lead by 5 over his teammate Trent Lenahan. Oh-2 for Garces. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul out of play. And his plate appearance will continue. Nickel's been bringing up the pitch count on Garces all night.
Doesn't like the first call from Trio Genisar. Likes the second, though.
Fans behind another 0-2 pitch from the lefty. Did he go? Yes, he did. Another strikeout for Frank Garces. Number 6 on the evening, and there's 2 down.
30, Carlos Dominguez.
Still no action in that Baycats bullpen. It's all Frank Garces right now. He's got 6 Ks on the night, as he's held the Cardinals scoreless to this point. Now it's Carlos Dominguez stepping in. And he drives that one to deep left field, and it's gone. Put an exclamation point on that blast, Carlos Dominguez. Home run number 9 on his season, and the Cardinals are on the board first.
Just an absolute blast.
Second baseman, number 24, Darlin Herman.
Dominguez taking the first pitch over the trees in left field. And the long ball comes out yet again for the Cardinals, who take a 2-0 lead in the 5th.
I feel like we say this a lot, but that Military Day sign over in left center seems to be the homing beacon for, hey, hit your home runs here.
Now Darlin Herman steps in, takes the first pitch low. As that one's driven out to right field pretty deep. Noah Hull backing up in front of the track, makes the catch to end the frame. But a huge blast by Carlos Dominguez gets the Cardinals on the board. 2-0 Hamilton halfway through this one here in Springwater.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Fifth inning once again brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
He's ATN Sketch. I'm Julius Hern. The Baycats now have some catching up to do, down 2-0 to the Cardinals. It all starts here with Francisco Hernandez, who will lead things off in the 9th spot in the 5th against Hector Jan, who was allowed just 2 hits over the first 4 innings, along with a couple walks. But Barrie yet to put in any real damage against him. Hernandez shows bunt, pulls it back as it's outside. Hernandez coming in tonight hitting .242. He struck out his first time against Jan, but reached on a drop third strike as he takes a big cut there.
Hernandez was swinging at that one in practically the opposite batter's box. He had to really step that back foot forward to even have a shot at making contact.
Just gets a piece of that one. It's on the inside, looked like a slider from Jan. It's 1-2. Top of the lineup with Noel McGarry Doyle on deck. Jan's 1-2 on the ground, foul. Might have got a piece of Hernandez in the foot, maybe. Seems to be okay. This is pitch number 70 on the way for Jan. The 1-2 on the ground. A little tough play for Jan. He comes off the mound. The throw is offline and into right field. Rounding first and into second is Hernandez, and he'll stop there. It was a tough play for Jan, but that's going to be his second error of the ball game.
Little breakdancing up at second base there for Francisco Hernandez as he ran his way out off his own feet. Noel McGarry Doyle still good for second in the CBL for batting average at a .412.
Scored an error all the way around for Jan, so no hit awarded to Hernandez. Second error of the ball game and on the season for the Cardinals starter. And a huge opportunity for the Baycats to get back into this one. Pitch to McGarry Doyle, he swings and misses. Randy Reyes still playing on the infield turf, fairly close to third base as well, even with the lefty McGarry Doyle in the batter's box. Just in case Hernandez tries to steal. He does lead the Baycats in stolen bases with 22. As McGarry Doyle called time there. McGarry Doyle 0 for 1. He lined out his first time and was hit by a pitch back in the third.
By the sounds of it, that 50-50 jackpot has hit the $1,000 mark.
Highest jackpot this season. 0-1 to McGarry Doyle upstairs, and he cuts right through it. See some bodies down in that Cardinal bullpen. Nobody throwing as of yet. Jan with the 0-2. It's a Noel McGarry Doyle. Up and away.
Not only does Noel have that second in batting average, he's also second in the on-base percentage. Looking to see him really keep that one going, as he's sitting at a .478 right now, second only to Yasiel Puig.
He's reached base in now 11 games straight. As he gets that one on the ground, it's going to squirt foul on the right side. He stays alive. Yeah, McGarry Doyle coming into tonight, hitting .412 with a 1015 OPS. Struggled with a hamstring injury early on this year, but has really caught fire in the last month or so. 1-2, low. Oh, it's called strike 3. It didn't look like McGarry Doyle offered at it at all, and there was no emphatic call from home plate umpire Don Michelle as Josh Matlow out to have a chat.
The hand was immediately out from Michelle to wave off the Baycats manager, but Matlow made his way out there no matter what.
So the call doesn't go the Baycats' way. It's another strikeout for Jan. His 6th of the game. It's now 1 out for Kenise Ijo. First pitch to Ijo is upstairs and away. Ijo entering tonight as the Baycats leader in RBI with 35. A chance for another here. Hernandez with the lead at second. Jan working quickly. Looks over, the 1-0 is skied out to left center field. Going back on it is Tyler Duncan, and it is caught on the warning track. Tagging up is Hernandez. He'll stroll into third. Well, just feet away from a 2-run shot, but it's still a productive plate appearance for Ijo. As Hernandez moves 90 feet away from getting the Baycats on the board.
For those playing MLB this show, that shot just about looked perfect, but just that few feet short.
Ijo's been stuck on 8 home runs for quite a while. At one point led the league and has fallen well below the top 5. So now it's Wandy Cyprian's job to try and get Barrie its first run of the ball game. Pitch from Jan upstairs.
He's got to play Cyprian real close here. Cyprian's still in that top measure there of triples. He's got a couple of those to his name, so you don't want to give him anything, even if he's just short of that home run.
He flares that one out to right field. Going back is Dominguez at the track. He makes the catch. Couple deep fly balls for the Baycats, but the Cardinals keep the Baycats off the board. They hold a 2-0 lead as we go to the 6th inning. And pack the park night here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the sixth inning at Athletic Culture Stadium, the Hamilton Cardinals holding a 2-0 lead over the Barrie Baycats, who have left opportunity and opportunity on the table. They've left 6 runners in scoring position through the first 5 innings. They left 6 runners on base total in their win on Tuesday in Guelph. Hector Yan doing a great job of shutting them out to this point. As Frank Garces will face Dario Barrero to begin the 6th.
Barrero not keen on that call at all.
Still no real action in the Baycats bullpen as Garces approaches 90 pitches. This pitch is just outside, 1-1. And yet again for Hamilton, still bodies down in their bullpen, but nobody warming. Barrero 0 for 2 so far. Pitch catches his own, 1-2. Two runs on 5 hits for the Cardinals. There's a 1-2 to Barrero. Did he hold his swing? No, he did not. Barrero doesn't like the call, but it's another strikeout on the board for Frank Garces.
The designated hitter, number 6, Jaden Brown.
And he has some words for third base umpire Francesco DiBiase on his way back to the dugout.
And a couple of his other players had to go out there and corral him in as fast as they possibly could.
So now Jaden Brown. First pitch from Garces in the dirt. Saying 5 hits for the Cardinals so far, and the last one a 2-run home run, a mammoth shot from Carlos Dominguez last inning off of Garces. And at this point, it's the difference in the ball game. It could be very important in the standings moving forward between these two teams. 1-0 from Garces. On the ground. Left side, Hayden Jacob cuts in front. His throw on to first is in time for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 5, Tyler Duncan.
Tyler Duncan managed a, let's say, a lucky single his last time up against Garces, right through the pitcher's feet. He has worked the counts very well in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch, right down the middle for strike 1. One. Just missed outside. Julio Janister tried to get the call.
You gotta try at least give Don Michelle something to think about.
It has been a fair zone tonight, I will say. Don Michelle's been consistent. 1-1. Fouled away. See, Duncan is coming in with the approach of being a little bit more patient to start the plate appearance. He got down 0-2 his first couple times.
Even then, still defending that strike zone, like everything depends on it. As we are 4 pitches short of hitting that 100 mark.
Trying to get out of the inning. Garces pitch. Called strike 3. Duncan down looking. It's another 1-2-3 frame for Garces, the big one. Trying to get his team back into it. 2-0 Cardinals as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
The 6th is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Baycats have been held hitless the last couple innings. They only have 2 through the first 5, and need as many as they can get here to get back from a 2-0 deficit here against the Hamilton Cardinals. Hector Jan has been lights out so far. He's stranded 6 Baycats on base through the first 5 as Ryan Rio will lead things off in the cleanup spot for Barrie.
Leading off the 6 for the Baycats, the designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio.
Rio has one of those 2 hits for Barrie. Jan working quickly to start the 6th here and misses the first pitch.
3 doubles since that last game in Hamilton mentioned, or last game against Hamilton rather. Mentioned that in the pregame. Looking for a little more of that power.
Well, he drives that one to right field. Could that be it? It is off the wall. Going for a double is Ryan Rio, and he'll get there standing up. A leadoff 2-bagger for the Baycats DH.
I love when I look real smart when I say stuff, and it happens.
Right on cue. And yet another runner in scoring position for the Baycats, who have yet to convert on any of those opportunities. Macabrota hasn't been given much chance to. He's walked both his prior 2 plate appearances. Just the 3rd hit on Hector Jan tonight. As Randy Reyes again moving in closer at third base, playing on the infield turf. The lefty Jan deals. The first pitch is inside.
Macabrota practically could have reached out there even just an inch and punched that ball. little tight for comfort.
Throw over to second, and another one goes into center field. Rio will move up to third. And that's the second time Hector Jan's done that. It's his third error on the ball game. And the Baycats' first run is 90 feet away.
Still no movement out in the bullpen.
Hector Jan had gone his first 11 starts without committing an error. He has 3 tonight. And the infield, at least the corners of the Cardinal infield, going to move in. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Macabrota looked to offer at that one, but didn't fully commit.
Little look there at who's on deck.
Hayden Jaco is the next man up behind Macabrota. 1-1 from Jan. Upstairs. Still a really nice crowd after nearly 2 hours of baseball. They've stuck around. See if the Baycats can get back into it. The 2-1. On the ground to second. Darlene Herman, it goes through him. Rio comes in to score. And this crowd has had the most energy it had all night as the Baycats finally get on the board 2-1.
The third baseman, number 55.
And the error count only grows for Hamilton.
The interesting thing here for the Cardinals, they are the best defensive team by a wide margin in the CBL. Entered tonight with the top fielding percentage in the league, 976, and by far the least amount of errors at 31. Make that 35 now after another one. That one charged to Darlene Herman, the second baseman. So here's Hayden Jaco looking to add on. Takes the first pitch high. And now we're starting to see some action in the Cardinal bullpen. Looks like Caleb Sorosky, the right-hander, throwing.
One more error would be all it takes for Hamilton to slip out of that top spot and give Welland the seat atop of the fielding in terms of the least errors.
Yeah. And again, we don't know what the count is at this moment in the Welland game as Luis Bernardo comes out for a chat with Hector Jan, who's quite unusual mid-at-bat. Caleb Sorosky only started just throwing a couple minutes ago. But Bernardo, seeing his pitcher lost control of those first couple pitches after the run scored, needing a quick chat to get him back on track. Still nobody out in the inning. Nolan Macabrota at first. As Hector Jan tries to reset here. Jaco takes a strike, now 2-1. Looks like Jan got the message from his manager. And it looks like I just saw Pedro Perez, one of the Hamilton coaches, looking to try and get his bullpen hurried up. Sorosky has been throwing. That one's on the ground. Tough play again for Hector Jan. He flips onto first in time. But Macabrota moves up to second, now one out in the inning.
The right fielder, number 28, Noah Ho.
From Hector Jan there, I'm practically waiting until I'm like 2 steps away from the bag at that point before I pop a little lob there based on how the pickoffs and all that stuff has been going, considering he's got 3 errors tacked onto his name. I'd be waiting until I'm real sure that that ball's going to get where it's going.
Well, based on that and seeing how many pickoff attempts have gone into center field at second, trying to make a throw to second base, if I was Nolan Macabrota, I might be taking a couple, maybe an extra stride or two. Swing and a miss from Noah Hull on the first pitch. Obviously, Macabrota not one typically thought of as a base stealer, just one swipe this year. But it might be a decent strategy just to force a mistake if he can, give another extra half a foot between him and second base to maybe force something. Yowan is outside. And really seems like Sorosky's getting ready in a hurry in that Cardinal bullpen. Still nobody up for the Baycats, but seems like the Cardinals are starting to feel the late game pressure. Still 2-1 Hamilton, one out here in the sixth. Jan's pitch, fouled away. Jan comes set. His 1-2 pitch. Flown out to left field and deep. Back goes Barrero, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track. Macabrota retreats to second as Hull took that one for a ride, but not quite far enough.
Another one that ends up as warning track power. And a warning track power is just about the words of every hitter's worst nightmare. I just need that extra 6 feet.
That's a big out for Hector Jan. Just trying to get out of this inning. Limit the damage to just one. Baycats getting their one run this inning after an error committed by Darlin Herman. So when it's all said and done, it could be an unearned run for Hector Jan. We'll see how the rest of the inning plays out. This is Christian Puyol Genesar. First pitch to him is up high. Two on Hamilton. 2 out here in the sixth. Hector Jan deals. Gets it in for a strike. Puyol Genesar has ended the frame both the first 2 times he's been at the plate this game. Was a strikeout victim as last time, as time is called by Yammer Hernandez, a catcher.
Not a stat you ever want to have as your ledger as the inning closer.
The 1-1 from the lefty. Gets it in for a strike and a breaking ball. Sorosky still throwing in that Cardinal bullpen.
The Baycats cannot afford to leave another runner stranded, let alone another one in scoring position.
Brief reset by Jan. I think the umpire was signaling it's 2-2, which is the right count. 2-2 pitch is upstairs, and now it's full.
3-2. 3-2 now to finish. Yeah. Name on the scoreboard, please.
So 3-2 now.
Okay, 3-2 on the scoreboard. Okay, just came up now. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Long look in from Jan. He's been working quickly for the most part. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Puyol Genesar stays alive.
And away go the kids.
All right, it is 2-2. It is 2-2.
Pardon us for the count. It is 2-2. Seemed like Don Michelle had signaled 2-2 earlier.
I swear I'm not crazy.
All right. It is 2-2. Time is called by Puyol Genesar. It's been a long, drawn-out plate appearance for the battery and for the batter. Jan gets the sign from Hernandez. Comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away again, but no chance for Hernandez to try and make a spectacular grab there, just out of his reach.
Looked like he tripped on his way to get up there.
And it looks like a new bat is needed for Puyol Genesar. Might have gotten jammed on that last pitch. Baycats catcher 0 for 2 so far. Nolan Macabrota remains at second base. He's the tying run. This will be pitch number 100 for Hector Jan. So he tries to get out of the sixth. His pitch upstairs, as Macabrota had to scurry back to second base. The count now full.
Macabrota going to be off to the races.
His bad throws, nobody on first.
Jan looks for the sign. The left-hander deals in the dirt, and Macabrota's going to try for third. Hernandez won't have a throw as Puyol Genesar works a huge walk to keep this inning going.
I mean, technically not what I imagined as off to the races, but we'll take half points. We'll take half points.
So Luis Bernardo out for another chat, and that's going to be it for Hector Jan after he had another mound visit earlier on in the inning. So it looks like Hernandez will not face Hector Jan for a third time. It looks like it will be Caleb Sorosky to take over on the mound for the Cardinals. And we'll introduce him in just a moment. 2-1 Hamilton with 2 out here in the sixth. And packed the park night at Athletic Culture Stadium. All right, we welcome you back. It's still the bottom of the 6th inning, along with ATN Skitch. I'm Julius Hern. Baycats still threatening, and the Cardinals have gone to the bullpen for the first time. Caleb Sorosky is the first to enter.
Caleb Starosky 3-4 going into this one, a 5.08 ERA with 28.1 innings pitched. Last time he was seen was August 9th in a win versus London. He was given the decision on that one with his 1 inning pitched. He got one walk in that one, and like I said, walked away with the victory in that one to his ledger.
First pitch to Francisco Hernandez was outside, and Sorosky really has been able to limit the walks this year. Just 29 strikeouts to just 6 walks in those 28 to third innings. As that one in the dirt, blocked by Hernandez. I'm talking to Sorosky very briefly today. He mentioned to me he was really hoping to get into this game. First time facing the Baycats this year. It's been a real key part of their success out of the bullpen. Hernandez loops that one into center field on the run, and making the catch is Tyler Duncan, the Gold Glover. Takes away a base hit with a sliding grab. The Baycats do get on the board. 2-1 Hamilton as we go to the 7th inning.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. Park Place, the latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Barry, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body, and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us, and let's get you back to living your best life.
Top of the 7th inning, it's 2-1 for the Hamilton Cardinals. Frank Garces back out there, 7th inning of work he'll step into. He will hit the century mark in terms of pitch count in this frame. The only blemish on his game tonight, a 2-run home run by Carlos Dominguez, that is the difference in the ball game. That was back in the 5th inning. First pitch is just outside to Yammer Hernandez. Again, still no action in that Baycats bullpen. See how long Garces will have tonight. 2-0. Another one outside to Hernandez. Staying away from him, 3-0. Garces has issued 2 walks tonight and given up 5 hits. Here's the 3-0. Outside, a 4-pitch leadoff walk for Yammer Hernandez. Not the ideal start for Frank Garces here in the 7th. Hector Jan went 5 2/3 on the other end. Allowed 4 hits and 3 walks, struck out 6. The only run against him was unearned. McGill shows bunt, gets it down. Garces has a play at second, but only goes to first, getting the sure out. As Yammer Hernandez slides safely into second, moves into scoring position, 1 down.
No reason to try and get that hero play there. Take your out that you know you have and just keep it moving. Pitch 102, that one was.
So number 9 spot in the Cardinal order, Rainy Reyes will step in. As it looks like now we're seeing some action in the Baycats bullpen. Looks like maybe Boris Vachurka warming up. Pitch from Garces in there for a strike. Reyes singled and scored on the home run back in the 5th. One of 5 hits for the Cardinals tonight. Flies that one out of play on the right side, 0-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Well, you can start to see that dew coming in as his temperature has dropped. I've been keeping an eye on it throughout the night kind of thing, but that's going to make any kind of ball that they make any kind of good contact on real hairy to get a chance at. 19 degrees out as we're just shy of 10 o'clock.
Randy Reyes calls time as he's down 0-2 to Garces. And that is Boris Vachurka warming up in the Baycats bullpen. He would be the next man up, as he was the last time Garces made a start in Welland. Here's the 0-2, just outside in the dirt. Some important insurance on second base here for the Cardinals, Yammer Hernandez.
And there's the look, Boris Vachurka, as well as the entire Baycats pitching staff who's just chilling around.
1-2 from Garces, inside. Gets away from Puyol Janissar, but not too far. Hernandez will stick around at second. A win these two teams desperately need tonight. Hamilton to separate themselves from the one-game wildcard seeding, while Baycats trying to climb out. Two-two. Popped up. It's going to get close to the wall, and it's going to bounce foul out of play. Not sure if that landed in play and over the fence, but a valiant effort nonetheless for Nolan Macabroto. Made a sliding try.
Landed in play there, just chipped off the ground, and Nolan Macabroto's knee the one to push that out of play.
Reyes working the pitch count yet again here on Garces. Another 2-2 pitch coming up. Garces finds the one he likes. Here's the pitch. Outside, it's a full count. As the fans who have stuck around for the last third of this ball game got behind Garces there, and they will surely again here. Another successful Pack the Park night. By far the best crowd of the year here at Athletic Culture Stadium. 3-2-1 out. Garces to Reyes. Pop foul out of play. 2-1 Cardinals. Insurance run in scoring position. Garces pitch. Foul back to the screen. Reyes really bumping up the pitch count now at 110 for Garces. He's used 13 pitches on 3 batters here in the 7th. Another 3-2. Popped foul again. What an at-bat from Rainy Reyes. I believe it's been a 9-pitch at-bat thus far.
Walked into this 102, that's for sure.
And another timeout called by Reyes. He had called time earlier in the plate appearance, but Don Michel allowing another one. Tenth pitch of the at-bat on the way. Pop foul again. We'll do it all over again.
I think this at-bat alone has taken 5 minutes to my...
It wouldn't surprise me. It's been a masterclass in foul balls by Rainy Reyes. As the count remains 3-2.
What a way to fight in the bottom of the lineup.
Brandon Nickel on deck. Still just 1 out here in the 7th. Pitch number 11. Just outside, and Reyes does an incredible job to work the walk. And now there's 2 on for the Cardinals. Andrew White out for a mound visit with Garces. Now at 113 pitches, Boris Vachurka has been warming up, right-hander, throughout this 7th inning. You typically don't see Frank Garces pulled mid-inning. He's usually always been one to get out of an inning and leave a clean, fresh outing for his bullpen, but given the pitch count, I'm not sure he'll be able to have that luxury from manager Josh Matlow. Especially now, it's the 4th time through the order. As you see Boris Vachurka there warming up. Garces has faced 27 batters. He's walked 2, he's allowed 5 hits. So 2 on now, 1 out. Back to the top of the order with Brandon Nickel. The first pitch is low. And scooped by Puyol Janisar. If you're just joining us, Cardinals put up 2 in the 5th. That was a 2-run blast by Carlos Dominguez, who's on deck. And then the last half inning, a run came in on an error in the field by Darlin Herman. That was Ryan Rio who came in to score. That one's popped up by Nickel, and it's going to float out of play. But this has been a tight game all evening long. A lot of runners left on base by both teams. This is the 3rd time the Cardinals have had 2 base runners on against Garces. And that does not include the 2-run home run. A 1-1 count to Brandon Nickel. Little poke over towards second base. Could be a tough play for Nolan Macabrota. Nobody's at first. And it's an infield hit for Brandon Nickel, who was just gifted one by the Baycats infield.
The right fielder, number 30, Carlos Dominguez.
And there's the hook.
I think in Josh Matlow's mind, that might have been on Garces to cover first. He didn't even move coming out of his follow through, and that's going to be it for him. So here comes Boris Vachurka as Frank Garces gets the rare mid-inning hook. Well, that'll do it for him. Still responsible for all 3 base runners on. Boris Vachurka will have his work to do. We'll introduce him in just a moment here on Baycats TV. Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. The Baycats in tough here in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded, 1 out, and they go to the bullpen. For the first time tonight, Boris Vachurka is the first man out.
Vachurka, an 0-1 record after his last game that we saw him in that doubleheader against the Kitchener Panthers after the one that was supposed to be here the day before was rained out. Received the loss there, 2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 walk batters, 4 hits, and a strikeout in that. It's a 2.57 ERA through 7 innings pitched.
Last time he came in after Frank Garces, that was in Welland. He went 2 innings. He struck out all 6 batters he faced as he gets a first pitch strike against Carlos Dominguez. The final line, or at least the preliminary line for Frank Garces, 6 1/3, 6 hits, 4 walks, a season high 8 strikeouts, but he's still responsible for the 3 men on base. Baycats need a double play here more than ever. Pitch to Dominguez, a liner right to Cyprian at second, and they double him off. Right on cue. And a perfect way for the Baycats to get out of a huge jam. 2-1 Cardinals as we go to stretch time here at Athletic Culture Stadium and Pack the Park night, presented by United Way Simcoe Muskoka.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Seventh inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
That's the left fielder, number 95.
Bottom of the seventh inning, we are through the stretch, and the Baycats are still in this one. 2-1 the Cardinals lead after the Baycats had the Cardinals at least had the bases loaded in the top half of the inning. And a line drive double play off the bat of Carlos Dominguez. Somehow the Baycats got out of it with a double play and a chance to capitalize on a wasted opportunity by Hamilton. Caleb Sorosky back out here in the seventh after taking over for Hector Yan. The first pitch is bunted foul by Noel McGarry-Doyle.
And like we were talking about, a very, very successful Pack the Park. $1,350 is the 50-50 jackpot tonight.
That's pretty electric. Season high. You usually see those kinds of amounts in the postseason, but really impressive crowd here tonight, getting that number up in the regular season. 1-1 now. McGarry-Doyle 0 for 2 with a strikeout and was hit by a pitch. And sees a 1-1 low.
Looks like there's some action over there in the Hamilton bullpen, waiting to see how Sorosky handles this one.
Yeah, looks like it's a left-hander. I would think that's Connor Corey. Fouled away by Noel McGarry-Doyle. It's 2-2, pardon me.
See if we can get that number flip around.
Two and two. Called strike three. First strikeout for Caleb Sorosky.
The center fielder, number 7, Kanis Ijo.
Sorosky taking his time to line it up here as he goes to face Kanis Ijo.
First pitch to Ijo, swing and a miss. Ijo 0 for 3 himself tonight. Another look at the bullpen.
Number 28, Dakota Parsons, lining up there.
Yet to face the Baycats as a Hamilton Cardinal. Came over from the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers midseason. 0-1, swing and a miss again from Ijo. Couple fastballs blown by him by Sorosky. A one-run ball game between these two teams. 0-2 pitch. Away. Long looking from Sorosky. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and miss. Ejo goes down on strikes. 2 quick strikeouts for Sorosky.
Sorosky's got the Baycats batters in a blender right now. No one seems to know what's coming.
Wandy Cyprian has one of Barrie's 3 hits. The man on deck has 2. Cyprian trying to get something going here. Baycats down 2-1. The foul tips that one into the glove.
Had a fantastic play in the infield. Looking to follow it up with some big shots on the base path now.
Sorosky deals, breaking ball in for a strike. Just catches the upper inner part of the zone. Sorosky looking for a 3 strikeout frame. Here's the pitch. Just missed. Cyprian just laid off that one. It's 1-2. Ryan Rio's on deck if he can reach. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chance to first. Jeremy Hernandez. The throw over is in time. 3 strikeouts here in the 7th for Caleb Sorosky. Still a 2-1 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals as we head to the 8th inning here in Springwater.
One final on our
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Top of the 8th inning, a 2-1 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals in this tight Thursday night ball game. Pack the Park night here at Athletic Culture Stadium, presented by United Way Simcoe Muskoka. And one game has gone final tonight in the CBL outside of Simcoe County. Another one still in progress. ATN, what's going on?
Kitchener going to walk away with the win there in a battle to climb closer to 500. And Kitchener going to win 7-5 in that one. 9 hits to their name there. But a game that's got a lot of hits is Welland and Brantford. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs already on the board. Brantford 14 hits, Welland 7. And it's the bottom of the 9th. Welland chance to seal this thing. Carson Johnson at the plate.
Boris Vachurka back out for his first full inning in relief, took over for Frank Garces and got a huge double play to end the 7th. And his first pitch to Darlin Herman's a called strike. Inside, it's 1-1. These two teams have played 3 games against each other coming into tonight. The Cardinals leading the season series 2-1, but 2 of those games were one-run games, and we find ourselves in a very similar situation tonight. You look at these teams' records in one-run games. Barrie 6-5, while the Cardinals 6-8. As that one hits Herman, and he is upset. Looked like a fastball that got away from Vacherka.
Well, Herman stepped off of that one, and it still managed to hit him square in the back.
Immediately slammed his helmet down and walked toward the Cardinal dugout. Obviously didn't seem like any ill intent from Boris Vacherka, especially in a one-run game, as we were just saying. But Herman clearly upset. We'll see if he can stay in this game. It looks like he will. As he walks down to first.
Number 53, Dario Barrero.
So leadoff base runner for the Cardinals who are trying to get some insurance. Obviously, as we mentioned, had a beautiful opportunity with the bases loaded and 1 out last inning, but that ending with a double play on a line drive. Herman just 3 stolen bases this year. As that pitch gets away from Puyol Janser to the backstop. And on to second is Herman. That'll be a wild pitch charged to Vacherka.
I think Herman, when he slammed the helmet down, managed to break the face covering clean off.
Yeah, it looked like, I think it was either Carlos Dominguez or Jaden Brown taking a look at it. 1-0 pitch, fouled away by Barrero. Cleanup hitter for the Cardinals, 0 for 3 tonight, 2 strikeouts against Frank Garces, who had a season-high 8 Ks on his evening. One, swing and a miss. Vacherka got the fastball by him. Another key insurance run for the Cardinals in scoring position. Pitch swung on and missed. Barrero goes down on strikes yet again. It's the first K for Vacherka.
The designated hitter, number 6.
The Baycats need them now, and they need them a lot if they want to make their way through the rest of this game. Couple innings to go and see if they can force this Hamilton squad into Heartbreak Part 2. You mentioned early in the pregame there the heartbreak against Chatham-Kent.
Yeah, the Cardinals were in Chatham-Kent earlier this week and led by as many as 6 runs. Ended up losing on a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th to the Barnstormers. 0-1 inside to Jaden Brown, who's still looking for his first hit. Vacherka comes set. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. It's only been 9 hits in this game, but really feels like we're in for a game that's well over 3 hours in length. As breaking ball is in for a strike, 2-2. Churka deals. Called strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Boris Fachurka. He gets Brown looking for out number 2.
Center fielder number 5, Tyler Duncan.
Well, the reason why this one feels like such a slugfest here, Julius, is because between the top of the 7th and now, that has been a full 30-minute window.
Wow. Yeah, you got to consider the 7th inning stretch in there too, but man, would not have thought it was that long. A couple pitching changes will do it for sure. That one's lined right at Wandy Cyprian at second base, and another jam escaped for the Barrie Baycats. Still 2-1 Cardinals as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Eighth inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Another new pitcher in the ballgame for the Hamilton Cardinals, trying to shut this one down. It's lefty Logan Workington.
Workington walks into this 0-1, a 6.1 ERA. 10 games he's played through and 10.1 innings pitched. 7 earned runs, 8 hits to his ledger. And the last time he was out was against the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. In that loss there, pitched 1 inning there and 1 walk, all that he's got to show for himself in that.
3 appearances ago, faced the Baycats, took a loss in an inning and 2/3 outing for him, and gave up a 2-run home run to Francisco Hernandez that sealed the deal. But he'll get Ryan Rio, Nolan Macabroda, and Hayden Jaco to start out here in the 8th inning. After Caleb Sorosky faced 4 batters and struck out 3 of them. And his inning and a 3rd in relief. Rio's first pitch line foul on a play. Rio, 2 of the 3 Baycats hits tonight. One of those was a double. Back in the 6th, he eventually scored. He flies that one into right field. Coming in is Dominguez, and he will make the grab. 1 down.
The first baseman, number 20, Nolan Macabroda.
Macabroda has been on base 3 times tonight, 2 walks, and reached on an error. And that error scored the Baycats' lone run. Workington's first pitch just missed low. And it looks like there's already a lefty throwing in the Cardinal bullpen that would succeed Workington. Looks like Owen Marshall. The 1-0 in the dirt. Macarotta have been very patient to start this plate appearance. Infield shifted heavily over to the right against Macarotta. Fly ball out to center field. Tyler Duncan back on it. And he will make the catch for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 55, Hayden Chico.
I'll do you one better, Julius. Looks like they have a lefty and a righty throwing.
Hayden Jacob will step in with 2 out, trying to extend the 8th for Barrie. Then again, one swing of the bat could equalize. Pitch to Jaco. He lines that one into left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Just the 4th for the Baycats tonight, and a big 2-out knock here in the 8th.
Number 28, Noah Hall.
So now just 4 hits for the Baycats tonight. This bottom third of the order as Noah Hall steps in. 0 for 8 so far with a walk. Hall tries to extend this inning yet again. Jaco the lead at first. Workington deals. In there for strike 1. Infield yet again shifted over to the right for the lefty Hull. Takes that one low.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Jaco leads. Workington looks over. Here's the throw. Jaco dives in safely. Jaco yet to steal a base this season, although it is just his 11th game. The 1-1. Hall takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. One, two out. Pitch to Hull. Swung on and missed. Workington keeps the Baycats at bay in the 8th inning. We go to the 9th. Cardinals holding a 2-1 lead here in Springwater.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Barry, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 9th inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. The Baycats trailing the Hamilton Cardinals 2-1. Boris Fachurka out for another inning in relief as the Cardinals will look to get some valuable insurance in what has been a very tight ball game. Only 10 hits collectively between the two teams. The difference has been a 2-run home run by Carlos Dominguez.
Leading off the ninth for the Cardinals, the catcher number 19, Yomar Hernandez.
So Yomar Hernandez will lead things off for Hamilton. Bottom third of their order here in the ninth against Fachurka. First pitch outside. We saw in the last half inning, some tense emotion from the Barrie Baycats after that final strikeout was recorded. As a 1-0 up and in on Hernandez. And it really seemed like from our view up here that they were arguing, at least a few different voices were arguing that there should have been a balk called on Logan Workington on that one throw over to first base with Hayden Jaco diving back in. Swing and a miss from Hernandez, 2-1.
Well, I was noting to you that it looked like Jaco was mouthing off to Chubave over at first base, but like you said, probably just arguing that balk more than anything.
Well, I saw Andrew White had some words for Don Michelle. A couple other Baycats were talking. 2-1, another inside pitch whiffed on by Hernandez, 2-2. As Hernandez calls time, steps out. Strike three called as another strikeout for Boris Fachurka. That's his third on the outing. So quick out here in the ninth inning. Evan McGill will step in. He's 0 for 2. Struck out and had a sacrifice back in the seventh. Breaking ball in for a strike. Looks like Danny Garcia is still warming up in that Cardinal bullpen. He might be the closer to take on the Baycats in the bottom half of the inning. 1-1 now.
Just got a little out of his hand there as he maybe slipped a little bit coming out.
Temperature has really cooled off in the late innings here tonight. Lots of sunshine in the afternoon, but still clear skies in the evening. As now 1-2.
Difference in degrees there from our earlier weather check is only a degree, but I promise you it feels like more.
So 1-2 the count here on Evan McGill. Pitch from Fachurka, fouled off. Cardinals 2 runs on 6 hits. The Baycats 1 run on 4. One, two. It's upstairs and off the glove of Puyol Genesar to the backstop.
There goes Brendan Daly, our designated ball boy today.
Barrie came into this game holding the lowest ERA among relievers in the league, 3.83. And another strikeout for Pacherka. Back-to-back Ks yet again. That's his fourth on the evening.
The third baseman, number 27, Rainy Reyes.
Barrie has held that pedigree for some time this year, that lowest relief pitcher ERA in the league. Hamilton ranks fourth in that category, 5.02. As the number 9 hitter, Rainy Reyes, steps in, takes first pitch outside. He was the last, or second to last batter that Frank Garces faced. And his last time had I think it was 11 pitch at bat. And he ended up working a walk. Very impressive. 1-0. Fly ball into center field. Canisijo tracks it down, makes the catch. A 3-up, 3-down frame for Boris Pacherka. And now the Baycats have a chance. Their last chance to get back into this one. They trail 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the ninth.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Ninth inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
All right,
Last chance for the Baycats, and they get to face the back end of the Cardinals bullpen,
Francis Adamas walks in 6-2 with a 3.57 ERA, 35.1 innings pitched. He's looking at 12.23 strikeouts per 9 innings here, 14 earned runs on the year for him.
John, between the starting rotation and the bullpen, but it's really found a groove in the back end of this Cardinals bullpen. Faced Christian Puyol Genesar to start off this inning, and the first pitch swung on and missed. Adamas got the loss in the Cardinals' last effort on Tuesday in Chatham-Kent. Went two-thirds of an inning, allowed 1 earned run on 1 hit and a walk. The 0-1 pitch fouled away. But the inning before that, a big save against the London Majors on the road. He's had decisions in each of his last 4 appearances. That includes 2 saves. He's faced the Baycats once this year. That was back on July 30th. 1 1/3 innings out of the bullpen. Pitch from Adamas, swung on and missed by Puyol Genesar. That's the first out of the 9th.
The shortstop, number 0, Francisco Hernandez.
For those keeping track and scoreboard watching, the Brantford Red Sox and Welland Jackfish's game finally has come to an end. They had to go to extras, and the walk-off hit in the bottom 9 from Grayson Barrett scored in Carson Johnson to secure the win for Welland 6-5.
Baycats looking for a walk-off opportunity of their own here tonight, but they need to tie it first. Francisco Hernandez, the number 9 hitter, stands in with 1 out. Adamas winds up and deals. First pitch strike. Mention one more time, these two teams, plenty of one-run games in their season so far. Barrie 6-5 in such games. Hamilton 6-8. Adamas' pitch, breaking ball well inside. Nobody warming in that Barrie bullpen. 1-1 from Adamas. Little looper out towards right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. 1 out knock to turn the order over and put the tying run on base.
And welcome back to the top of the order. And if you're looking for some people on this Baycats roster who can put the team on their back when they need it, it's this top third of the order.
McGarry Doyle still looking for his first hit on the game. He was hit by a pitch earlier, but otherwise 0 for 3. As Jomar Hernandez goes out for a chat with Adamas. Hernandez is a threat to steal. Very well could pull that trick out of his sleeve here in the 9th inning. 22 steals on the year. He's fit into that number 9 spot in the Baycats order very nicely in the last week, since the Cats have seen a couple changes to their lineup structure. So back to the top, Noel McGarry Doyle against Freesis Adamas. Tying run at first base. Adamas' first pitch, swung on and missed by McGarry Doyle on a breaking ball. Big pitch there for Adamas to get ahead early in the count. Baycats have not attempted the steal tonight against Jomar Hernandez behind the plate, who again is in his first game of the season behind the dish. Pitch is right in down the middle for a strike. It's 0-2. Kenise Ejo is on deck. As Adamas looks in. Long look in here as he takes a peek at Hernandez. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss from McGarry Doyle. And there's 2 gone.
And it is do or die time for the Baycats and Kenise Ejo. 2 outs. You need 2 runs to win. Money down.
Ejo is 0 for 4 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Hernandez to lead at first. As Adamas comes set. 1 out to go. His first pitch, swing and a miss from Ejo. On an upstairs fastball. The result of this game looms large over the CBL standings. With a win, the Cardinals would at least clinch a share of the season series with the Baycats. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss from Ejo. He's down 0-2. The Baycats down to their last strike.
Baycats batter's a little trigger happy right now, and it's costing them. All of them want to be able to play hero ball, especially when they're that 1.5 games back on Hamilton. They want to cut that gap. Just need to actually play some smart baseball here to make sure that you're not going to be the reason that that this game costs.
Hernandez called time at first base. Looked like he maybe had something in his eye. So Ejo will step in again. He's down 0-2 to Freisis Adames. Hernandez the lead at first in again. Adames the pitch. Popped foul out of play as Hernandez was on the move. And the Baycats still alive in this one.
Gotta put the wheels on here.
A good chunk of fans have stuck around here at Pack the Park night looking for a Baycats win. And the winning run at the plate. Adames kicks and deals. Popped up. Slicing further toward the right side. Is it playable? It is foul. Lands in play. Just an inch or so from the fence. Evan McGill couldn't quite track it down, and Ejo has another life.
Hernandez managed, at the time that ball hit ground, he was already past third. So he had the wheels on, no doubt.
He's been off on the last two pitches. So Adames settles back in on the rubber. Ejo at the dish. Hernandez the lead at first. Adames kicks and deals in the dirt, blocked by Hernandez. And Francisco Hernandez of the Baycats will hold up at first. Baycats fans living and dying with every pitch. Adames looks over. Hernandez leads. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss! The Cardinals shut down the Baycats in a tight 2-1 victory. And a huge result that can have clear playoff implications for the rest of the month of August.
Yeah, this one, you gotta imagine if the standings get any closer here as we close in on those final few games for this season, if it comes down to this, even a half game back, everyone's going to be looking at this game and saying, what happened with Barrie? So many runners left on base, so many runners left stranded in scoring position. That is a focus point of that game.
Another season low 5 hits for the Baycats, just couldn't convert on their opportunities. They fall a full 5 games behind first place and a full 2.5 games back of Hamilton, who's sitting third now, and who get a huge 2-1 win and clinch a share of the season series over the Barrie Baycats. For ATN Skitch and our entire Baycats TV crew, we thank you once again for joining us this evening. We'll be back again on Saturday as the Baycats host the London Majors. Good night, everybody.